Hi guys, welcome to today's craft kit. Alright, so today I wanted to make some cards that were map themed. Yay! I just thought it would be kind of fun. Also because I realized that I need to be doing some more masculine cards. It kind of became apparent to me that most of my cards are really feminine because of course I love everything magical and exciting. That makes sense for Ellie. But I figured many of us happy magical people are making cards for the people we love, which are the men in our lives. So, alright, so here we go. So here we are. Okay. So, for this card, I wanted to do a thank you card. And then this is the map paper that I chose. I have a few different map papers in stock right now, but I thought this one was kind of fun. It says North Fork, South Fork, Big Creek, Huntington Lake. There's just a bunch of different things. I'm not seeing a state listed here, but anyways, I don't know, just like some miscellaneous little things, some counties and stuff listed. It's just kind of interesting. So it doesn't really, it doesn't need to be a specific place for it to, make sense and be kind of cool. So I have this piece in here. This piece we're just going to fold in half if it's not already folded for you here. And we're going to actually just go ahead and tape this map down on the front side of this. Okay. And I'm going to do it so that when I open it up this way, that this is the upright way of the map there. Alright? And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put double-sided tape on the back side of that. Okay? So it's actually like this little mini card here that we're actually going to be taping on the inside of this card base. So the green card here, you're going to match up the those little creases right there in the middle. And then you're just going to tuck that in there and lay that down so it's in the middle, up on top and the bottom. There's going to be a little bit extra space on the right hand side. But when you open it up, this is going to be the space where you would write your sentiment and your note to whoever you're writing your card to. And then as we close it, then this really awesome textured ribbon. I love this ribbon. This is kind of, this ribbon is kind of a web ribbon. What's really cool about this ribbon is that you can also paint it with acrylic paint. So if you wanted it to be a different color, or I love this color green here, the dark green with this kind of mint green background, and I love the ivory with it. It just works so perfectly with the map theme and the texture. But for example, if you wanted to go with a darker green, you certainly could. Just go with pick out acrylic paint, dab on some ink with a sponge, or paint with a sponge. You could of course do inks too. That would certainly work, and you could absolutely change the color of that. If you do acrylic paint, of course, it's going to have to dry for a while. You could also colorize it with watercolors. There's so many different ways. To do watercolors, you mix some watercolor. I recommend maybe liquid watercolor in a bowl, and then you can just, with a little bit of water, and then you can just do kind of a wash through that and then let it dry. So those are some ideas for you to colorize your ribbon. But I love the white. I think it works great. Okay, now to get going here. Sorry, I just had to share. Alright, so the thing about this is that we need to put adhesive here and here only, okay? So you can lay your ribbon down so you can see where you need to lay down the tape. I'm going to lay it down on the left and right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay that down. Now, I'm going to need to use some scissors and trim off the left and right and near the ribbon that's hanging off the edge. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and line up the left one. And then that way I only have to trim off the right edge, okay? So now when we lay down, oops, I just realized we only need the adhesive right there where the thank you is going to be. That was the other part. I knew there was something else. Alright, because we don't want any adhesive showing as we lay down the thank you, which is also going to be stretching all the way across. Hopefully you didn't lay down adhesive. If you did, you might have to use a green marker to cover up the adhesive that you lay down because I messed up. Alright, I'm going to lay down some adhesive on the back side of the thank you there. And I'm going to line that up on the left. And I'm realizing that my paper cutter gave me a little bit of a fuzzy edge. And if that happened to you too, you might need to take some scissors and trim that so that it's not fuzzy. Oh, I'm going to need to change my blade. Or more realistically, I'm going to need to change my cutting bar. Okay, there we go. Alright. And we're going to lay that down on the left and right. And then I'm going to pull that up and trim on the right hand side here. I always do this looking down on it so that I know the edge that I need to trim on. And then as you open your card, you see that really cool texture all the way across. And as you close it, you see that really cool thank you. And the coolest part about this is that as you open it, you can write a fun little message, you know, around here wherever the card is kind of hiding. Or as you open it up, you can write a full message to your recipient, which I think is really cool. Oh, what a fun card. I like how that turned out. The thank you was perfect for this. Of course, I sell that paper, the Astra Parch paper. You could stamp any sentiment on it and do a card like that. I really like how that turned out. A nice masculine themed card. All right, on to the next one.